How do you report on something that's happened like this? You can't. Like it's so hard to even come to terms with what happened. So all I saw were two what appeared to be soldiers, and then a group of people wearing uniforms walking these two women down a track, a dusty African Sahelian track. They were slapping these women. One had a little girl that she was walking with, and she was holding her hand, and then another one had her baby on her back. And much to my disgust and everyone else, they led these people off the path. They knelt them down, they blindfolded them, and they killed them. The name of the piece is Anatomy of a Killing. Basically, it is about a crime that happened in the far north Sahel region of Cameroon. My name is Ben Strick. I am an open source investigative journalist for the BBC, and I also am a Bellingcat contributor. It's how I got into this stuff in the first place. It's how I got into open source and investigative journalism, and fusing the two together means I can work for BBC Africa Eye, and that's what one of these projects is that we're here for today.
This looks like the kind of dusty, anonymous track that could be anywhere in the Sahel.
So my role, actually, when I started on this video, I didn't work for the BBC at all. I was unemployed at home, just doing open source as a hobby. I saw this video and I said to myself, I want to find the location. At first we did geolocation, which was finding the place. So that took about 3 weeks of flying around the far north Cameroon hills like you're in a helicopter, tilting so we can see the 3D mountains and see if we can match that up. And then second, after geolocation, so finding the location, was chronolocation. So we can use satellite imagery. You know, there's some buildings missing, there's some trees missing. It's not very green, so it's not very wet season, it's dry season. We haven't received any word as to if there is a continuing investigation from the Cameroon government. We did ask the Cameroonian government what will happen. Will there be an investigation? They did say that these men have been arrested and that they will receive a fair trial. In this sort of role, I think it's up to us to give something, some sort of justice to why those people died, some sort of way to say, I want to use this evidence and bring to account the people that actually did this to these innocent people. And because that's what open source investigative journalism is, bringing account to those who have power. And that's what Bellingcat does, that's what Africa Eye does, that's what New York Times Visual Investigations does. And that's why we're a team.